This conference will now be recorded.
We are discussing Power View. In the Power View, we are discussing visualizations. In the visualizations, last class we started discussing about visuals for visualizing categorical data. Whenever we need to show categorical data, what are the visuals we are trying to understand? As part of that, in the last class, we understand about which visual is pie chart. Today, in this category, we are done with understanding about completely pie chart. What is the purpose of it? What are the field wells it contains? What are the formatting options it have? Today, we need to talk about the next visual in this category, donut chart. The second visual in this category is donut chart. So this pie chart and donut chart are used for same purpose. There is no difference. Let me load some tables first. Click on get data, Excel. I'll just load some tables. Right. Donut chart. The purpose of pie chart and donut chart both are same. Pie chart and donut chart, the purpose is same. Donut chart is also used to show. Donut chart is used to show categorical data when we have less categorical values around 5. Some people will like to see the data in the pie chart. Let's say I want to see category wise sales. To show the category wise sales, I'm taking the pie chart. In the pie chart, I can drag the category to the legend. I can drag the sales to the value, or I'll take the pie chart, guys. Pie chart, I can do that, or I can stop the legend. I'll change the label style to category comma data value, and let's add on border, right? If I want to see category wise profit, I need to show now. You currently are showing what here? Category wise sales. Now I want to show category wise profit. Again, I need to show categorical data which have less categorical values. For category wise profit also, the preferred visual is pie chart. I can take pie chart and I want to show category wise profit in the pie chart. Where to drag the category is legend. Where to drag the profit is values. Right. Category wise profit. Now, when you show both pie chart and pie chart side by side, it doesn't give better look. We have alternative for pie chart. What is the alternative for pie chart here? Donut chart. So donut chart is also used to show what? Categorical data when you have what? Less categorical values. Less categorical values. So let me take the donut chart. Exactly pin to pin. How the pie chart, whatever I explain about the pie chart, same thing will be applicable for donut chart also. The purpose is same and even the field wells is same. When you go and check it, legend, values, details, tooltips, everything is same. The field wells are 4 field wells. The behavior of the field wells is also same. Now in the donut chart, let's say I want to show category wise profit. Where to drag category column? Category is a dimension column. You need to drag it to legend. Where to drag profit column? Values. So when you have one dimension column and one fact column, same formatting options. Even when you go and check the formatting options, whatever I explained for the pie chart, same formatting options will be there for donut chart. Go to the legend, stop the legend, and change the label style to category comma data value. Everything is same. Even general formatting options, everything is same. Only the difference is in the pie chart, you don't find some space in between. Here you'll find some space. The look and feel will change, the visibility will change, so both will serve the same functionality. So when you have pie chart and donut chart side by side, that doesn't it doesn't look bad. So when you have the same visual side by side, it will not give that much better look. That is the reason we have alternative for pie chart is donut chart. There are sometimes your client will be interested to see the data in the donut chart itself rather than pie chart. So either one you can use it. Either one you can use it when you want to show categorical data, when you have less categorical values. Okay. Only one extra option you will find is field wells are same. Into the legend, what type of columns will drag? I'm in donut chart now. First field well is legend. What type of columns legend will drag? Dimension. One or many?
Dimension.
Many
Many.
related dimension
Many.
columns. Online people, please be on mute. Into the values, what we can drag? Fact columns. One or many? Many fact columns. When there is no field in the details. When there is no field in the details, values can allow many fact columns. Details, what you will drag? Dimension column. How many dimension columns? Only one. Tooltip, what you will drag? Fact column. How many fact columns? Many fact. Whatever I
multiple.
said for the pie chart, same thing will be applicable for donut chart also. That's what. When you know the pie chart, understanding other visuals will not take time, right? So we understand the purpose and field wells of donut chart and formatting options. General formatting options are completely same, and in the visual formatting option, we know legend, slices, and detail labels, rotation. So in the slices, you will find one extra option, guys. Previously in the slices, you will find only colors. If you want to change these colors, you can change it. Now one more option you are finding here is what? Spacing. That spacing will help you to reduce the space or increase the space. When I go to the spacing, when I make it 0, what is this visual name now? Pie chart. So if you want more space, you can increase that space. Except this, there is no extra formatting options, guys. This is about analytics features. You will not have it. Donut chart. So let's say I want to see subcategory wise sales. Subcategory wise sales. Subcategory is having how many dimension, how many categorical values? 17. Subcategory is also categorical column. It has 17 categorical values. Tell me, is it recommended to show subcategory wise sales in the pie chart? Drag the subcategory to the legend, drag the values to the sales to the values. It is not recommended. End goal is when you show some information in the visual, when client read it, see it, they want to read that easily. As you have more data points in the pie chart, it is not possible to show more data points. Let's say product name is also a categorical column. Is it recommended to show product name means? Are we able to understand anything here? No. So here, subcategory wise sales, this visual is not giving better look. Even donut chart will not give better look. They will give better look only when we have what? Less categorical values. So next what? To show subcategory wise sales, what is the visual I need to use? To show subcategory wise sales, the visual we need to use is a tree map, guys. So there is a third visual in this category. The visual name is tree map. Tree map visual we'll discuss. Tree map visual is used to show categorical data when you have medium number of categorical values. Tree map visual is used to show categorical data when we have medium number of categorical values. Medium number of categorical values, let's say around 10. I'm telling medium number of categorical values around 10. When I go and check my orders table, I don't have a categorical column which have a categorical values around 10. When I go and check it, I don't find any column, but I have a column which have a categorical values. How many? 17. I'll use this column to explain about which visual. Tree map. See, look at here, the same data when I try to see in the pie chart, I cannot read all the values properly. When I go to the donut chart, I cannot read the values properly as you have more values. The same information I can present in the tree map, I can read it. When compared to that, I can read better here. So yes or no? So here in the tree map, when compared to this pie chart, here they looks clumsy here. When compared to donut chart, when you have a medium number of categorical values, what is the best visual is tree map. subcategory wise sales. Each subcategory, what is the sales value, you are able to show it. Let me show you how to build it. Now we understand the purpose, guys. What is the next thing you need to understand about tree map visual? Field wells. When I add the tree map, how many field wells it contains? Category, details, values, tooltips. How many field wells it contains? Four. One point I need to tell you is it is exactly same like pie chart again. Might be field wells names are different. In the pie chart, instead of category, they written the field well name as legend. Remaining pin to pin same. Only difference is in the pie chart it is legend. Now here it is what? Category. But again, the order is different there. So in the pie chart, first field well name is what? Legend. Second field well name is what? Values. Third field well name is what? Details. Fourth field well name is what? Tooltip. Here that order changes. Here in the place of legend, they just given the name as different category, and they interchange these field wells. In place of value, you got water. Details. In the place of details, you got water. Values, tooltips. So again, their functionality is pin to pin same. Category. What type of columns? Dimension columns. One or many? Many dimension column. Details. What type of columns? Dimension. How many dimension columns? Only one. Values. What type of columns? Fact. One or many? Many. When there is no field in the details. Tooltip. What columns? Fact columns. One or many? The field wells behavior is again what? Same. Let's say I want to show subcategory wise sales. Tell me where to drag subcategory. Category. Category. Where to drag the sales? Values. Right. Drag the subcategory to the category. Drag the sales to where? Values. Now you are seeing only subcategory names. I need to enable the sales values also here. How to get the sales values? Go to format. Go to format. In the format, what do you have? Data labels. On the data labels, now I am able to see the subcategory name as well as their sales values. I'm able to read the values much better than pie chart. Even if you don't like this visual, if you think that here also I'm not able to read it, we have alternative for that. We'll discuss. For now, just try to understand tree map. Right. We understand field wells also. Next one, we need to understand what? Once after the field wells, formatting options. When I go to format, first formatting is legend. We know about it. Second one is what? Colors. Let's say if you want to change any one of these colors, you can change it. I'll talk about the colors one more. Now I'll come back here within few seconds. Next one is what? Data labels. To format the sales values, we can format it in where? Data labels. Let's say to increase the number size or to change the decimal values or whatever it is. Anything related to the sales value, you need to go to where? Data labels. Next one is what? Category labels. To format what here? Subcategory names. To format the subcategory names, to increase the text name, that you can do it in category labels. When I go to category labels, when I try to increase the font size, which one it is increasing? Subcategory names. Right. In the general, you'll have the same formatting options, guys. In the general, you'll have same formatting options. You don't have anything new here. We already discussed properties, title, effects, header icon, tooltip, alternative text. Fine. So we need to talk about colors, right? So what is this colors is? Let's say I don't like this phone's color. I can go to the phones and I can change the phone's color whatever I want. I'm just giving some phone's color, some a different color here. Right. Instead of that, there are some times where we need to do the conditional formatting. Based on the sales value, I need to change the color for the subcategory. My requirement is when the sales value is 0 to 100k, for all that subcategories, this subcategory is having the sales value between from where? 0 to 100k. I need to give which color for them is red color. So second range is 100k to 300k. The subcategories which have sales 100k to 300k, all this have the sales values 100k to 300k. I want to show yellow color. For this range, I need to show yellow color. Greater than or equal to 300k, I want to show green color. What color we need to show here? Green color. How to show that is? Select the visual. There is something on the top, advanced controls in colors only. F of x. What it is showing there? When I hover on f of x, it is showing what? Conditional formatting. Click on conditional formatting. So here there is something called gradient. I want to define the I want to do the conditional formatting not based on count of subcategories. We are planning to do the conditional formatting based on count of subcategories or what? Sum of sales. Go and select sales, not count of subcategory. Based on what? Sum of sales. Gradient means lowest value it will show light blue color, middle value show it will show medium color, highest values it will show dark color. When I press OK, gradation of colors will have light colors to dark colors. I don't like this. So our requirement is not this. Click on f of x. I don't want gradient. What is the second one? Rules. We need to define the rules. So from 0 to 100k, I want so and so color. Starting from 0 till what? 100k, we need which color? Red. Add another rule. Starting from 100k till where? Less than 300k. Which color? Yellow. Add another rule. Starting from 300k greater than or equal to number less than max. So starting from here till max, if you don't provide the number, what it will take? Max. What is the color we want? Green color. So sometimes you don't find the colors here. You need to click on what? More colors. There you will find some. You can choose some color here. You can choose some color. Press OK. Now we are getting red color, yellow color, and green color here. Like this, we can do the conditional formatting, guys. This is about tree map. So even in the tree map, look at here. I want to show product name by sales. Product name is also a categorical column, no doubt in it. All these are categorical values. I'm trying to show product name by sales in the tree map. I'm taking the tree map. Tell me where to drag product name, category. Where to drag the sales, values. Am I able to read the values here? No. So this tree map is recommended till where? Medium number of categorical values. Till where? Medium number of categorical values. Now there are a lot of categorical values. It is not giving the better look. When I have more number of categorical values, what is the best visual is? It's not a tree map. Now next visual is what? Bar chart. Stacked bar chart or bar chart. Let me discuss this. Next visual name is stacked bar chart. The stacked bar chart itself will work as bar chart, guys. Stacked bar chart visual itself will work as bar chart. Right. Let's understand. This is not the right visual to show product name by sales, but my client is asking to show product name by sales. What is the visual recommended to show product name by sales is what? Stacked bar chart. Take the stacked bar chart. Uh, Stack. You don't have a separate visual with the name bar chart. Whenever we need it to use bar chart, you will use the same visual. So in the stacked bar chart itself, you have what? Bar chart. This itself will work. Let me show you how it will work. How it will work. So again, first thing you need to understand about is purpose, right? What is the purpose of bar chart is? Same again. Bar chart is used to show categorical data when we have large number of categorical values. Bar chart is used to show categorical data. What happened? Is used to show categorical data when we have large number of categorical values. When you have more number of categorical values, the last visual, whatever the count it is, more number of categorical values. The last option is bar chart. When you have less categorical values, which two visuals? Pie chart and donut chart. When you have medium number of categorical values, tree map. When you have more number of categorical values, bar chart. Any number, even when 100 categorical values are there, you can go and present in which visual? Bar chart. Right. Now Again, field wells, how many field wells it contains is y-axis, x-axis, legend, small multiples, tooltips. So you need to understand one thing here. X-axis is nothing but this. First y-axis, right? Y-axis is nothing but this. X-axis is this, right? So generally in the y-axis, previously in the pie chart, instead of y-axis, the name is legend. You compare here y-axis with what? Legend. In the pie chart, there is a field well with the name called what? Legend. Here, y-axis also what? Legend. What you will drag into the legend? Dimension columns. How many dimension columns? Many. Many what? Related dimension columns. Same. X-axis will generally present sales value here. That means x-axis will allow what type of columns? Fact columns. You compare x-axis with what? Values. Fact values. How many fact columns? Many again. Many. So then legend you compare with what? Details. Details. How many here? Uh, in pie chart it is details. Here it is what? Legend. What type of column you will drag here? Dimension. How many? Only one. And you forget about small multiples. I'll come back here. Next one is what? Tooltips. Tooltips is for what columns again? Fact columns. What is that? Many fact columns. The field wells again almost same. One extra field well you have is what? Small multiples. Let me tell you. So I want to show product name by sales. Where to drag product name? Y-axis. Product name is to where? Y-axis. Drag the product name to y-axis. In the x-axis, sales. Go to format, enable the data labels. Now you can clearly see each product and their sales value. Even how many products you have, you can scroll down and you can see product names and you can see what? Sales values. This is the best visual to show when you have more number of categorical values, guys. Right. So scrolling from top to bottom is easy. What is the product? What is the sales? You can scroll down and you can see it. Okay. Next one is I just want to make you understand field wells. That's it. So let's quickly understand. I want to show category wise, region wise sales. First, let's say in the bar chart, just to understand the field wells, I'll show all this. Category wise sales I want to show. Where to drag category? Y axis. Where to drag sales? X axis. Go to the format, enable the data labels. For now, it's just a bar chart, guys. So even though I taken the visual name as stacked bar chart, with one dimension column, one fact column, stacked bar chart visual will work as bar chart. Will work as what chart? Bar chart. Let me write that point. With one dimension column and one fact column, with one dimension column and one fact column, stacked bar chart visual will work as what visual? Bar chart will work as bar chart. You don't want separate bar chart. You can use stacked bar chart and you can drag one dimension column and one fact column. It will show bar chart. When you show the values horizontally, that's visual name is what? Bar chart. So till now it's bar chart only. Now I want to show category wise, region wise sales, guys. Where to drag region? Legend, right? We need to drag region to. Can I drag region to y-axis? It will allow but not recommended, right? It will allow but not recommended. Why? They are not related dimension columns. Then where is the right place to region? Legend. You can drag the region to the legend. Now we call this visual as stacked bar chart. Previously it is bar chart. Now it is stacked bar chart. Why it is stacked bar chart is you are showing one value on top of another value. First, technology central region sales, east region sales, south region sales, west region sales. Category wise, region wise sales value. When you show one value, one sales value on top of another sales value, it we call it as stacked. When we show one value on top of another value, when we show one value on top of other, we call as stacked. Now, when you show one value on top of other, it is stacked first. And when you show the values horizontally, it is bar. The total visual name is what now? Stacked bar chart. This is stacked bar chart. In the stacked bar chart, if you want, you can even show the totals also here. Currently, you are showing technology central region, what is the sales? Technology east region, what is the sales? I want to show technology, what is the total sales? What is the total sales for technology? 0.84 million. The total I want to show it here. How can you show the total is? Format. Go to the format. There is something called what here? Total labels. Data label is nothing but this number. Data labels is there. Total labels is there. Data labels is nothing but this numbers. Total labels is currently what? Off. If you want, you can on this. When you on this total labels, it is showing what? Totals here. Totals. You can format them in even better. Fine. So that is about the stacked bar chart now. Now tell me, I want to show category wise, region wise sales and profit. Where to drag profit now? So you guys just tell me, I want to even add profit also to this visual. Where to drag the profit out of this field wells? Tooltip. Can I drag profit to x-axis? It will not allow. Why? When there is a field in the legend, my x-axis will allow only one fact column. When I try to drag the profit, what happens? It replaces. It replaces. So now there is no other option. We need to go and drag it to where? Let's say you don't have region here. Now tell me where to. I want to show category wise sales and profit. Where to drag the profit now? X-axis. This time profit, best place for profit is what? X-axis. Now you are seeing technology. What is the sales and what is their profit? This is a bar chart or stacked bar chart? Stacked bar chart. When you show one value on top of another, it's a stacked bar chart. So when you want to show category wise, region wise sales and profit, profit need to be there in where? Tooltip. You can drag the profit to the tooltip. Where we can see when you drag something to the tooltip, in the tooltip box, you can see category wise, region wise, sales and profit and the totals. Fine. That is about the field wells. Let me talk about one field well with the name called what? Small multiples. What is the small multiples? Let's understand. I want to show category wise sales for each region in a separate bar chart. First, they are asking to show category wise sales. Category to y axis, sales to x axis. They are telling that for each region they need one bar chart and they need to compare side by side. How can you have a bar chart for each region is small multiples? You can go and drag what column? Region column. Region column. So when I go and drag the region column to the small multiples, what happens? Each region, it's showing what? Category wise sales. How many regions you have? Four regions, four bar charts. You can compare them side by side. For some reasons, if your client is asking, I want to see each salesperson bar chart side by side, I want to compare their numbers. Or each region sales value side by side, I want to compare their numbers like this. Then where you can drag that column? Now tell me small multiples is for dimension columns or fact columns, sir? Dimension columns, sir. Will it allow one dimension column or multiple dimension columns? Means it can allow multiple dimension columns. Already you drag one dimension column, right? I can go and drag segment or ship mode or whatever it is. When I drag the segment also it will allow. Is it allowing? Allowing. Now, four regions you have, three segments you have. 12 combinations you will get. How many bar charts you will get now? 12 bar charts you will have. How 12 bar charts you will get is in the combination of region and segment. Region and segment. It is showing what? Central region, consumers. Then central region, corporate. Then central region, home office. We are done with all the three segments, right? Each region, three segments. Then it will take which region? East. Then first what? Consumers. Then corporate. Then home office. Once it is done with east, then it is taking what? South. Each region, three segments. That means four regions, three segments. How many bar charts you can see here? 12 bar charts. Generally, we don't drag it multiple dimension columns. End goal is when you try to when you create any visual, when you share that visual to the client need to understand the data within less than 5 seconds of time. Within what? When he look at the data here within less than 5 seconds or 5 seconds of time, he need to understand the data. When you go and drag many columns into the visual, understanding the visual will become complicated. So understand one more point. Even though in the bar chart, how many field wells you have? Five. How many field wells you have totally? Five. Even though you have five field wells, 99% of time when you are using the bar chart, you will use only two field wells. How many two field wells? How many field wells will you use? Only two field wells. Remaining three field wells are always mostly what? They are empty. So tell me, what are the two field wells we commonly used in the bar chart? X-axis and y-axis. Remaining all the field wells, 0.1% of time we will use it. So it's not that when you have five field wells in the visual, it's not that you need to mandatorily drag columns to all the five field. Is it mandatory? No. So only two or three field wells we commonly used. Remaining field wells rarely we will use. But we are trying to understand all possible combinations. That's it. Okay, guys. Now we understand. Let me drag subcategory to the y-axis, sales to the x-axis. Go to the format, enable the data labels. Now we understand about the field wells. What are the columns we'll drag? What we understand is one extra field well we find is what? Small multiples, where we will drag what? Dimension columns. One or many means many dimension columns. So next, once you understand purpose and field wells, we understand purpose, we understand field wells. Then next one is what? Formatting options, right? Go to the formatting options. In the visual formatting options, first one is what? Generally same. I don't want to come back and discuss this. Same like other visuals. But when in the visual, first formatting option is what? Y-axis. To format this, if you want to increase the subcategory names, if you want to change the color of this title, where you can change everything? Y-axis. Let's say I want to change the color of this title. Go to the y-axis. In the y-axis, you have something called what? Title. Go and change what color you want for the title. Go and increase the size what you want. Like this, if you want to increase this names text size, go to the values, increase it. Then what? X-axis. To format this area, you can go and format it in where? X-axis. The third formatting option you have is what? The third formatting option you have is what? Legend. To format this, you can format in where? Legend. Fourth formatting option is what? Small multiples. Now currently, this is multiple. Multiple 1, multiple 2, multiple 3, multiple 4. We call them as small multiples. When I go to the format, small multiples, now currently 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows, 2 columns. You can go to the small multiples. How many rows and how many columns you have currently? 2 rows and 2 columns. Let's say I want to show in one row 4 columns. I can just go and make it one row. How many columns you want? 4 columns. I want to show side by side like this. So if you want to change this small multiples grid, you can change it in where? Small. Or else I want 2 by 2. I can go and have 2 by 2 here. However you want, you can. If you want to add the space, customize the padding, you just explore it. Understand small multiples. Why is here legend is grayed out? In this formatting, legend is grayed out. Why legend is grayed out means there is no field in the legend. In this visual, why small multiples is grayed out? There is no field in the small multiples. When you drag the column into the small multiples, then it will be enabled, right? So we understand it. Next one is what? Grid lines. So if you want to, there is some dotted lines here. If you want to format that grid lines, you can format it here. Next one is what? Zoom slider. Sometimes you cannot read the values properly. If you look at here in the bottom, I'm not able to read art, envelopes, labels, fasteners, values. So what we can do is we can enable what? When you are not able to read something, you can enable the zoom slider. You can zoom the visual. So on the zoom slider, now when you on the zoom slider, you can zoom it. When I zoom it, are we able to read the bottom values now? Means you can comfortably read it. Now if you go and check it here, art, envelopes, labels and fasteners, am I able to read that values now? So previously it is showing zeros, now it is showing the proper numbers here. So you can enable the zoom slider and you can zoom the visual. So now when you enable it, your client can see this zoom slider. When they want to even read these values in the much better way, they can zoom the visual. Okay. Next one is what? Bars. If you don't want, you can stop it. Some places zoom slider is not required. So instead of subcategory, when you have the region here or when you have the category here, do you think that zoom slider is necessary here? No, it's not necessary. Why? Because I'm able to read the values already. What is the need of having the zoom slider here? I can stop it. Next one is bars, guys. So I want to format a subcategory wise sales is there. I want to change this bar colors based on the sales value. Based on what I need to change the bar colors? Sales value. How can you change the bars based on the sales value is go to format where you can change it. Bars, when I go to bars, what you will see here? Colors. When I click on show all, it will show all the colors. You can change each bar manually. I'm changing each subcategory manually. I don't want the subcategory colors based on manual. I want subcategory colors based on sales. Based on what? Sales. If you want based on sales, what you need to click on again? Conditional formatting. Go to the colors and click on conditional formatting. So what you need to select here? Rules, same rules. Previously I said that, right? The subcategories which have sales from 0 to 100k show red color, 100k to 300k show yellow color, 300k to max show the green color. You need to click on what? F of x, and you need to define what? Rules based on what? Sum of sales starting from 0 100k. Which one? Red. I'll just quickly define it, guys. Starting from 100k till where? 300k. Yellow. Starting from 300k till max. Max means you don't want to give the number. Choose some green color here. Right? Press OK. Now their colors are changing. Right? So what is the purpose of bars means? To do the conditional formatting, or when we want to change the colors of the bar, you can change it here. Next one is what? Data labels. So now as you have only one, we call it as data labels. Now total labels are grayed out. When total labels will be enabled? Only for stacked bar chart. For bar chart only one you will have. What is that? Data labels. This is a bar chart or stacked bar chart? Bar chart. For bar chart, what only you will see what? Data labels. Now when I go to the stacked bar chart, you will see two things now. One is what? Data labels. Second one is what? Total labels. This numbers we call it as what? Data labels. This number we call it as what? Total label. To format this number, where I need to go? Total label. I want to give a dark color. I want to make some change. Go here and give some dark color. Increase the text size. Or if you want, you can even bold it. Right. Data labels and total labels also we understand. Next one is what? Plot area background. So that means to background of the bar chart, you can add a logo, your company logo. Sometimes back end of the visual area, we need our company logo. How can we add a company logo at background is go to plot area background. There is something called what here? Browse. You can browse what here? Images. Go to the desktop, add an image, and there is options like fit, fill options. You can choose some option. Now it's not showing better, but so when you have more space between the bars, it will look better. So like this, if you want to add some logo, your company logo in the background, you can add it in where? Plot area background. So these are the formatting options we have in the visual level. In the general level also we understand it, right? Let me take one more bar chart here and let me show region wise sales. How to show region wise sales? Drag the region to the y-axis, drag the sales to the x-axis, go to the format, enable the data labels. Now let's go to analytics now. Where we are now? Analytics. So now currently you have some options in analytics, right? Previously you don't have. For pie chart, donut chart, tree map, we don't have. But bar chart, you have something like what? Constant lines and what? Error bars. Let's talk about the constant line now. So what you can do is from every region, I'm expecting a constant sales of 0.5 million. I want to draw a line at 0.5 million. I want to compare which regions are doing less than this constant line and which regions are doing more than this constant line. I want to add one reference line to this bar chart. At what value I want to add it? 0.5 million. How can we add it is go and add a line. You added a constant line. So here the line value is what? 0. Instead of 0, that is 0.5 million we are planning to add. So this is 0.5 million, guys. What is the line you want? Where you want that line? Dotted line you want or solid line you want? You can just go and format it, guys. Now I can clearly understand the central is exactly getting to your reference line, and west and east are doing more than that reference values, and south is doing less than that reference values. For some reasons, when you want to add any line here, you can add it in where? Analytics constant line. Okay, so this is about the bar chart. We understand purpose, field wells, and formatting options. Now tell me, guys, in order to show category wise sales, what is the best visual? Category wise sales pie chart, right? So you present the data in the pie chart. You drag the category to the legend, you drag the sales to the values, you present the data in the pie chart, and you taken this to your client. Your client is telling that, okay, there is no doubt pie chart is the best visual. Your client might ask you to show category wise sales, not in the pie chart. They might even ask you to show in the what? Bar chart. Is it recommended to show category wise sales in the bar chart? Yes. It's not wrong, right? It's your client interest. But the best visual to show category wise sales is what? Pie chart. Sometimes, even though that is the best visual, your client will ask you to present the same data in where? So if your client is asking to show present category wise sales in the bar chart, you are not supposed to tell that this is not pie chart is the best visual, you go with this. It's client interest, right? Whatever client is, if client is not telling, then you can go with your option. If client is telling that I want this visual, you need to use it. Now you can even go and present category wise sales in the bar chart. It's not wrong, even it is correct, right? So is it recommended to show product wise sales in the pie chart? Product wise sales in the pie chart. So when I go here, instead of category, when I go and drag the product name, is it recommended? Even your client will never ask you to show this information in the pie chart. Can he understand anything here? So this time you can tell it. When I go and present product wise sales in the pie chart, you cannot understand anything. This case, what is the only visual you need to go with? Bar chart, right? It's client interest again. Keep in mind that point. So we understand about stacked bar chart or bar chart. Next one is, what is that? Stacked column chart or column chart. We call them as stacked column chart. Stacked column chart itself will work as what? Column chart. So we don't have a separate column chart. This visual itself will work as a column chart. So when we need to use the stacked column chart is, again, I'm just writing here best practices. Again, client interest, guys. That is when to use stacked column chart is whenever we need to show negative measure values, better to go and present in the column charts or stacked column charts. Whenever we need to show negative measure values, we can go and present in, we'll use stacked column chart, guys. We'll use column charts. Negative measure values. That means, let's say, look at here. I want to see subcategory wise profits. To see subcategory wise profits, for now, I am taking the table visual, drag the subcategory, drag the profit. When I go and see the profit numbers, there are some profit numbers where we have negative values. Bookcases have what number? Negative values. Suppliers have what number? Negative. Tables have what number? Negative. Whenever we have negative values, best to present the data in which chart means? Column chart. Let me show you same field wells again. Understand here? In the stacked column chart, whatever the field wells you have for stacked bar chart, same field wells. What you have? X-axis, Y-axis, legend, small multiples, tooltips. Are they same? They are same. Now, I want to show subcategory wise profit. Tell me where to drag subcategory. This is X-axis and this is Y-axis. X-axis and Y-axis. Tell me, I want to show subcategory wise what? Profits. Where to drag subcategory and where to drag profits? Subcategories to x-axis, profits to y-axis. Here in the x-axis we can show subcategories, in the y-axis we can show profit. Drag the subcategory to the x-axis, drag the profit to the y-axis, go to the format, enable the data labels. What is the advantage is it will have a zero, and the values which are below the zero, they are what? Negative. The values which are above the zero, they are positives. Now my client is asking, in this visual, they're asking to do the conditional formatting based on the sales value. The subcategories which are doing the negative profits, I want to give the color as red. What color I need to give for this? Red color. The subcategories which are doing the positive profits, I want to give the green color. Where can we change the colors? Tell me. I want to change the colors here. Format. So which formatting options? This visual name is a column chart or stacked column chart? It is just a column chart for now. So stacked means when you have multiple values, one on top of, you have how many numbers here? Only one number. When you have multiple numbers, then, so let's say I might go and drag region here. When I go and drag region, this visual is what now? Stacked. Why? Because one number on top of another number. So for now, it's just a column chart. So where to change the colors. Go to format, general or visual? Visual, where? Columns. Columns. When I go to columns, default color is this. What you can click on? Conditional formatting. What you need to define now? Rules based on what? Profit. Based on what? Profit. When the profit value is starting from minimum number means you don't need to pass the number. When you don't pass the number, it will take what? Minimum profit. Minimum profit, negative. Negative. So minimum profit till where? Zero. Which color? Red. So starting from minimum till less than zero means negative numbers or not? Yes. Add another condition. Starting from zero till where? Max. What color you want? You can choose whatever the color you want. So how many colors you will get this time? Only two colors. The subcategories which are doing negative profits, red color. The subcategories which are doing positive profits, green color. Like this, we can do the conditional formatting and the colors. So the field wells behavior is again same, guys. No doubt. X-axis, Y-axis, legend, small multiples, tooltips. Even the formatting options is pin to pin same. X-axis, Y-axis, legend, small multiples, grid lines, zoom slider, columns, and then data labels, total labels, plot area background, everything we discussed. General formatting options also same, right? So to show category wise sales, best visual is what? Pie chart. Even though best visual is pie chart, sometimes client will even ask you to show category wise sales in where? Column chart also. So I said that column chart is used to show what? Negative measure values. When I go to category wise sales, category and sales, do you have any negative values here? Does it wrong to show this? It's okay. It's not wrong. It's again client interest. But the best practice I'm writing here, when to use it. Okay. Don't tell that or only when you have negative values, we need to go and present in column chart. You can even show category wise sales also in the column chart. Even though best visual to show category wise sales is pie chart, client will sometimes want to see that information in the column chart. Right. Fine, guys. That is stacked column chart or column chart. The next visual is once after stacked column chart, clustered bar chart. What is that? Clustered bar chart. One advantage here is all the first row of six visuals you have will have the same field wells. How many field wells you will have? How many number of field wells you have? Five. Go and check any visual. You will find the same five field wells and their behavior is also same. There is no difference. And all the six visuals what are there in the first row, they will have pin to pin same formatting options. What they will have? Not only have same field wells, they will even have what? Same formatting options. Might be their purpose will be different. In the column chart you will show negative measure values like that, but the field wells and formatting options are same. All the first row of six visuals we broadly categorize them into bar charts and column charts. First row of visuals, in first row you'll have six visuals, we call them as what? Bar and column charts. First row, complete first row of visuals, we call them as bar charts and column charts. How many visuals you have in the first row? Six visuals. All the six visuals will contain how many field wells? Five field wells. All are same and same formatting options. What you will have? Same formatting options. We don't want to even go and discuss separately, right? So you just understand when to use which one. I said that when you have more number of categorical values present in bar chart, when I have negative values present in where? Column chart. Now next visual we are planning to discuss is a visual with the name called what? Clustered bar chart. Clustered bar chart. So let me tell you when this clustered bar chart might help you is, take an example. My client is asking to show category wise, region wise sales. I'm taking a stacked bar chart. In the stacked bar chart, let me show category wise, region wise sales. Where to drag category? Y axis, where to drag the sales? X axis, go to the format, enable the data labels. Till now it's bar chart. I taken a stacked bar chart. Till now it's a bar chart. I want to show category wise, region wise sales. Where to drag region? Legend, right? Now tell me, you are able to show category wise, region wise sales perfectly here. Tell me, in this visual, in the technology, which region is doing more sales and which region is doing less sales? in the technology. In the technology, which region is doing more sales and which region is doing less sales? It is taking some time for you. What you are doing in the meantime is you are comparing these four numbers and you are telling which one is doing more, and you are telling that east region is doing more sales. Which one is small, you are telling that south region is doing less sales, right? So rather than this, the same information we can even present in the clustered bar chart, where clustered bar chart comparison will become easy. I'm taking which visual now? Clustered bar chart. In the clustered bar chart also I need to show category wise, region wise sales. Tell me where to drag category. In this clustered bar chart, I want to show category wise, region wise sales. I said that field wells behavior is same. Where to drag category? Y axis. Where to drag sales? X axis. Till now this visual name is what? It's just a bar chart so far. It's not a clustered bar chart, it's a bar chart. When it will be converted to the clustered is, I want to show category wise, region wise sales. Where to drag region? Legend. When I go and drag region legend, it will show one region beside another region. What it is showing now? One region beside another region. Previously, one region on top of another region. This time, one region beside another region. Now, technology, central region beside that, east region beside that, south region beside that, west region. When you show one value beside another value, we call it as what? Clustered, guys. When we show one value beside other, we call as clustered. Clustered. This is clustered, guys. When I'm showing one value beside another value, clustered. I'm showing values horizontally. When you show values horizontally, it's what? Bar. It's a clustered bar chart. Now, when compared to previous, now I can tell it easily. Tell me in the technology which region is doing more sales means you don't need to compare numbers. You can simply tell that what? East. Why? Because it have a bigger bar. Which one is doing least means south. It have what? Small one. So in the office supplies, which one is doing highest sales means west. I don't need to compare numbers. So there are sometimes same data when you present in one visual, understanding the data might become, it might take time. The same data when you present in other visual, it might be easy to understand it, right? As I said that when you build the visual, your goal is always what? Your client need to understand the data within less time. Less time. So it's up to us and client interest, right? So we understand this well. Same presentation. I don't want to go and discuss about remaining field wells here. Their behavior is same. I don't want to separately go and discuss about the formatting options also. They are completely same. The same presentation, client will ask us to show vertically. Now you are showing the presentation what? Horizontally. Some clients will like to see the same information vertically. To present the same category wise, region wise sales vertically, what might be the visual? Clustered column chart. I'm taking the clustered column chart. In the clustered column chart, I want to show category wise sales. Drag the category to the x axis, drag the sales to the y axis. Now this visual name is what? Just a column chart. It's not a clustered column chart. When it will become clustered? When I go and drag the region. Now this visual name is what? Clustered column chart. You are showing one value beside another value. Right? They might ask you to present this data vertically means use this visual. So if they want this data horizontally means you can even convert this visual with a click, guys. With a click, we can convert the visuals. Now it is clustered bar chart. If you want to convert it to column chart, you can convert it. Or else if you want stacked bar chart, you can convert it. Is it converting? Right. Fine. So these visuals, we understand when you want to compare some values side by side, they will help you guys. They will help you. Which one is doing more and less? You can compare it. Next one is what? 100% stacked bar chart. So we already discussed stacked bar chart. Additionally, it is adding what? Previously we discussed what? Stacked bar chart. Now it is adding what? 100%. What is this 100% stacked bar chart is? So first let me take the stacked bar chart. In the stacked bar chart, I need to show category wise, region wise sales. To show category wise, region wise sales, drag the category to y axis, drag the sales to the x axis, go and enable the data labels, and go and drag the region here into the legend. Now it is showing the sales values in numbers. It is showing sales values in where? Numbers. Instead of showing the sales values in numbers, they will ask us to show in percentages. What? Technology central region, how much percentage sales it is contributing. Technology east region, how much percentage sales it is contributing. South region, what is the percentage sales. West region, what is the percentage. Now you are showing sales numbers. Are you seeing anywhere percentages here? No. In order to show percentages, you need to go with a visual called what? 100% stacked bar chart. Let me show you. This time I'm going to take 100% stacked bar chart. Here also you'll have same field wells. In this 100% stacked bar chart, I'm planning to show category wise, region wise sales. Where to drag category? Y axis. Where to drag sales? X axis. Go to the format, enable the data labels. Is there any meaning for this visual? Means for now, there is no meaning. Technology is doing totally how much percentage sales? 100%. Furniture is doing how much sales? 100%. Office supplies is doing 100%. I want to split this 100% sales for what? Each region. Each region, how much it is. Where can we drag the region now? Legend. Go and drag the region to the legend. When I drag the region to the legend, in technology, which region is contributing more? How much percentage it is? 31%. Second highest contribution is 30%. Least contribution is 70. Whenever we need to show in the percentages, we can go and present the data in what? 100% stacked bar chart. This visual name is 100% stacked bar chart. When you show one value on top of another value, it is stacked. You are showing the values 100%. What is the contribution of each region? The same presentation, sometimes client might expect to see vertically. When the same presentation, when client is expecting to see vertically, what is the right visual here? 100% stacked column chart. The same presentation. So when I go and take 100% stacked column chart, I want to show category wise sales in the percentages based. I want to do this percentages based on region. We can go and drag the region here. It is just showing this information vertically. If you want, there are sometimes they want to see this information horizontally, vertically. You can use this visuals, guys. Right? So advantage here is you learn these visuals very quickly, bar and column charts. What might be the reason you learn these visuals within less time means they have what? Same field wells, they have what? Same formatting options. Might be their purpose is bit different. Okay. Right. This is about the bar charts and column charts. Right. We'll stop here for today. So how many visuals we discussed under this category is pie chart, donut chart 2, tree map 3, and this first row 6. 3 plus 6, 9. 9 visuals we discussed under category called what? Visuals for visualizing categorical data. Visuals for visualizing categorical data. And there is one more visual in this category. That visual name is scatter chart, guys. What is the visual name? Scatter chart. Totally, how many visuals you have here is 10 visuals. So, in the visuals for filtering the data, how many visuals we discussed? Only one visual. What is that visual? Slicer. In the visual for visualizing categorical data, how many visuals you have? 10 visuals. 10 visuals. Out of 10 visuals, I discussed already 9 visuals. So not only 10, even this visual decomposition tree also used to show categorical data only. 11 visuals are there. I'll discuss out of 11, how many visuals we discussed so far? 9. What are the two more visuals which are pending in this category means? One is scatter chart visual. Second one is what? Decomposition tree. These two also used to show what type of data? Categorical data. I'll discuss in the later classes these two visuals. For now, we're done with 9 visuals. So decomposition tree and the scatter chart, what is their purpose, when we will use it, we'll discuss. For now, I'll stop here for today. We'll go with some questions now.